Welcome back to Quran 101, Part 4, finally, when we are going to discuss how we actually interpret the Quran. So, there are three things that I want to share in this episode. These are going to be concepts, frameworks, by which we seek to interpret the Quran, keeping in mind all of the other stuff that we've talked about up until now. The first thing is because we believe in the Quran as revelation, we believe that it is God's eternal uncreated speech, as I've been saying, we also believe that the Quran has summarized in it all of the ancient wisdom, all of the ancient revelation that we are in need of to survive and to thrive. So when we look at the Quran, the Quran is limited in its verses. It's 6,236 verses. It's not infinite amount of verses, of course. But that does not mean that the Quran is limited in its meanings. And it's not limited in the wisdom that it has summarized from the past. The next point is that the Quran, as we've said before, is a book of guidance. So therefore, when we come and interpret the Quran, we are looking for that guidance. Guidance on a general level. So it's like, O mankind, O people, Ya ayyuhan nas, O people of the book, Ya ahl al-kitab. Guidance in a general sense, but also guidance in specifics. So there are a lot of specifics in the Quran that are going to be very important for us to look at, to draw from that the guidance that we need. So it's not just general principles. We are also going to find specifics and the guidance in those specific issues. And then the third point is that the Quran clarifies itself. So it's very common when you read the books of tafsir and the books that talk about the Quranic sciences and things like that you find this statement that the Quran is like one sentence. In other words, when you look at the Quran from an interpretation point of view, we are not concerned with the stuff that we've just spoken about in the last part, the divisions and the surahs and the juz. No, we look at it as one long sentence beginning with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim and to the last verse, مِن شَرِّ الَّذِي يُوَسْوِسُ فِي صُدُورِ مِنَ الْجِنَّةِ وَالنَّاسِ. In other words, when you look at it in total like that, you are going to see that there are some verses that will clarify other verses. So you need to pair those verses together and we need to put them together when we come to interpret. So you will not find somebody who will only interpret just one verse in isolation. I mean, they might write, they might use this verse if they're trying to make an argument about something else. But when we talk about understanding how to interpret the Quran, we need to look at the whole thing as one block, as one speech of God, because theologically that's what we believe about it in the first part. So, just to summarize, the first thing is that the Quran summarizes all of the wisdom before it. So therefore, when we come and we look at different disciplines and different sciences and different fields of study, we will find references of the Quran will make references to those fields of study. Number two, it's a book of guidance, generally and specifically. And number three, the Quran clarifies itself. That's very, very important. I can't overstate that enough, that you need to look at all of the related verses, partial verses that relate to the issue that you are trying to interpret to make sure that you are taking into consideration the other clarifying verses, inshallah. In the next episode, we'll talk about some more things, so stay tuned for that.